Hello, this is Angela with Recrea Health and Wellness. How is everybody doing? Hello. I am here to help you all. Good to see you. Uh-oh, no sound detected. Can you hear me, Victorious and Margie? Hello, can you hear me? Veronica, can you get on Recrea Health? I don't know if they can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me? Can you verify that you can hear me? Please verify that you can hear me. Hello? Oh, cancel. Okay. Can you hear me? I need people to verify that they can hear me, please. Because it's telling me that there is no sound. Can somebody please verify that you can hear me? Hello, how is everybody? This is Angela from Recrea Health and Wellness. I am a nurse practitioner. It's good to see you. Thank you for being on here today. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, good. You can't hear me. Okay, because it was telling me that there was no sound detected. So good to see everyone. I am here for your questions. So anything and everything that you want to talk about, ask away. I would love to answer all of your questions. So we could talk about GLPs, we could talk about hormones, we could talk about anything and everything that you want to talk about. Please share my live. Please follow my pages. I would love for you guys to do that. We've actually had some really good videos go viral, which is absolutely fantastic. Over the past week, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've gained about 10,000 new followers on my main page, which is amazing. Thank you very, very much. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for all of that. You guys are phenomenal. I know I am like, it has just been amazing. It's kind of my husband and my daughter, they race cars. That's like their adrenaline thing for them. So I keep telling them, my husband, that this is an adrenaline thing for me, is watching those numbers climb, because it's just so cool watching numbers climb on TikTok, and I just really get excited about it. And then you guys are all just so complimentary for me and telling me thank you for all the wonderful information that you give me. It just, the compliments and, telling me how much I've changed your life and how much I motivate you. And that just makes me feel so good. And it just really makes me feel good when you guys tell me how I help you. So I really do appreciate the compliments, and I'm really here for you. So somebody says that I'm worried about the risk of pancreatitis and gastric emptying. So pancreatitis is, if you have had pancreatitis, then you are at an increased risk of, swallowed wrong, sorry. If you've had pancreatitis, you're at increased risk of getting it again. So you just need to increase your dose very, very slowly, and you need to work with your provider very, very closely. Gastric emptying, make sure you're taking a digestive enzyme. Very, very, very important. There's one on my main page, Recrea Health, that I highly recommend, and it's called ZenWise, Z-E-N-W-I-S-E. If you do a digestive enzyme, it's fantastic. It's going to help with that gastric emptying. Don't overeat, and eat slow so that you have time to give your stomach the time to empty. Then you should be fine. Gastric emptying is definitely something that is, it is of a concern because this does slow down your gastric emptying, but that's what it does. So just don't overeat and just make sure that you're eating small meals and you're giving your stomach time to empty. And it works great. Is there certain types of requirement to get your insurance to cover? Yes, there is. So every insurance is different. What you need to do is call your insurance, go online. Every insurance provides a portal information. Go online and specifically look or call your insurance and say, what do I need to do in order to get this covered? Then you go to your doctor, your provider, and you say, okay, my insurance says I need this. Do I have this? And then that's how you get it covered. I'm on the 6th week of Zepbound. I lost 3 on 2.5, no appetite, no constipation. So if you make sure you're getting your calories, make sure you're getting your protein. Women are typically 13 to 1400. You have to get at least 1200 or more. Don't go less than 1200 calories, because if you do, you go into a state of starvation and that's not good for your body. So you need to make sure that you are getting those calories, because if you don't, your body's not going to lose. So you have to do that. Women are going to lose 1 to 3 a week. That's natural. You don't want to go too fast. Guys are 3 to 5. Protein is 100 grams a day for women and 120 grams a day for guys. So we do a free consultation. So if you're ever interested, please reach out to us and I would be more than happy to do a free consultation. So anything and you ever want to know, just reach out to us and we will definitely help you. So our pricing for tea is $4.50, and that's for a month supply. So that, and our pricing is all one dose. It doesn't matter, lowest dose, highest dose, you get us. We do a free consultation. We're always available. We will always talk to you and we will always help you. So our SEMA is $2.99, and that's the same thing. It's always the same, regardless of dose. Let me see here. I got lost here. 1 second. Already got lost. Boy, this is going to be a good one, guys. Just bear with me, people. Okay. All right. I get lost a lot, so just bear with me. The comments just start flying in, and I just totally get lost. Yes, we take care of 47 states, so we can definitely take care of North Carolina. So all you have to do is reach out. You can DM info here. You can definitely reach out to us and we can take care of you. So just reach out anytime. We start out with a free consultation. My team is, available, and then we can do telehealth. That's not a problem as well. So protein with a gastric sleeve. Yes, I highly recommend the same, because everybody's body, it depends on the amount of muscle that you have. So your muscle is what makes the protein that you need. So if you have 100 pounds of muscle, then you need 100 grams of protein. If you have 90 pounds of muscle, then you need 90 grams of protein. If you have 150 pounds of muscle, then you need 150 grams of protein. And the way you find out is get one of those fancy scales, and that fancy scale is going to tell you how many pounds of protein or how many pounds of muscle you have. What about the study on vision loss? It is rare. Yes, it happens, but it is rare. So you need to look at how, do you have vision issues already? Talk to your provider, talk to your ophthalmologist, talk to your eye doctor, and how much of a risk is it for you? Is that something that you want to take a risk on? And then you decide for yourself. Everything has a risk. Tylenol has a risk. I mean, you all just heard the study about that. Everything has a risk. It is, do you want to take that risk or not? For me, obesity had more risks than these meds do. So I wanted to take the risk, and you know what? I'm glad I did. So everybody is different. Everybody has the risks, and every med has a risk. So it depends on what you want to do. So if everybody could please share my live, and everybody, if you could please follow both of my pages. I have Recrea Health and I have Recrea Wellness. And I should be on here today until a little bit before 1. So if you have any questions, please hop on. I'd be more than happy to help you. All right. Had a gastric sleeve in 2022, need to lose 50. So yeah, you have to get your calories and you have to get your protein. So talk to your, if you still have your GI doctor or your gastric doctor that did your surgery, they could tell you how many calories you should be getting and how much protein you should be getting. So definitely. I am a nurse practitioner, so I am giving you the information that I've developed over the past 4 years of being on these personally, as well as what I've developed from, prescribing to patients for the past year. So the thyroid cancer question comes up all the time. They have actually only had, from what I've heard and what I've seen, that it has only been seen in overdosed rats, and that's thyroid medullary cancer. But we will not give it to anybody that has had thyroid medullary cancer in their immediate family or themselves. We will not prescribe it to anybody that has had thyroid medullary cancer. Now, other types of cancer, yes, we can. And then I will also a lot of times ask for permission from their doctor that's been helping them. Are these from a compounded pharmacy or research? I use a compounded pharmacy that is not research grade. It is actually, the pharmacy is using US grade semaglutide or tirzepatide. It is not research peptides. I will not use research peptides, just to let you know. No inflammation though with the gastric sleeve. I have had gastric problems. You're welcome. Okay. What about small? So if you only have a little bit to lose, that is a lot of people, and these work great for that. We don't let people get less than a 22 BMI. So you need to really be careful with that. But we really are careful with that as well, and we help you with that. I have had a constant gassy, sour stomach since I started. Make sure that you're staying away from simple carbs. Simple carbs are going to cause you to be gassy. They're going to cause you to have a lot of stomach issues. So you need to be very, very careful and very, watching that, very careful. Stay away from the simple carbs. Okay, CNV. Everybody loves to talk about my thin hair. So CNV, the answer to your question about my thin hair, since you just had to point it out, my thin hair has been like this since I was 17. I have not lost any other hair since I've been on these. And my thin hair is a genetic thing. My brother has it, my mom has it, and this is me. This is what I have been my whole life. And actually, my ex-husband loved to pick on the fact that I had thin hair. So this is just me. So what I have to say, if you don't want your hair to fall out on these, then you need to make sure that you are getting your protein, you're getting your collagen, and you need to take your hair vitamins, which isn't here anymore. I don't know where it went, but I like the Nutrafol hair vitamin, and I like the Vita Green hair vitamin, but the Nutrafol has a really, really good collagen that I really like. But you need to make sure you're getting your protein. It is very, very important. So I have always had thin hair, and I will probably always have thin hair, but I make sure that I'm getting my collagen, make sure that I'm getting my protein as well. So it's very, very important. I am not going to get into the politics of the Tylenol versus autism. I'm not going to get into that politics of that, because I believe right now it's a very political thing, and you're not going to get me removed from TikTok. Sorry about that. Not going to happen. I don't know about Mary Ruth vitamins. I've never heard of those. What if I cannot get below 31.4? All right, so if you're only eating 60 grams of protein, you need a lot more than that. That is not enough protein. Boost it. Cut fruit out. Get rid of the fruit. Fruit, if you don't burn it, turns to sugar. So you need to get rid of the fruit. Momo 7171. Get rid of the fruit. Fruit is not a very good thing if you're not burning it. And I have had people that as soon as they remove the fruit from their diet, they actually do really, really good. So remove fruit. Maybe like once a week or twice a week, but not a daily basis. Try to stick to your veggies and bump your protein up. Keep your calories at 13 to 1400 if you're a lady, which I think you are. And that really should help you a lot. And try that. And then if you want a free consultation, you are more than welcome to give us a call, DM, and we can get that set up with you. We would love to do that. Please share my live. I would really appreciate it. Please follow both of my pages. Recrea Health is my main page. And then I do have my backup page, which is Recrea Wellness. So I get into trouble often. So I have my backup page just in case. So you guys can follow me on there. But please follow both of my pages. I really do appreciate you guys. Gassy and an upset stomach a lot of times comes from simple carbs. So you need to make sure that you are getting those simple carbs. 85 grams of protein might not be enough because most of us have more than 85 pounds of muscle. From what I've seen on the scale that I check everybody's body. I have a Tanita scale here in our office, and we've been checking people's body analysis for years now. 4 years. So I have 4 years of data of checking people on the scale. So what I have found is almost everybody is like 90 pounds plus of muscle. Women. Men are almost always 100 pounds plus. So what I recommend is that you get you find out what your pounds of muscle is, and that's what your protein should be in grams. So you can get really a good scale for like $60. And I can't say from where, and actually I have found some on TikTok and they do have the pounds of muscle on them, but you can find some for like $60 that give you that pounds of muscle. Actually, I found one that gives you colors. That's really cool. It tells you if you've lost or you've gained, and it's really cool. And it's actually on TikTok. So if it's saying you have 93.3 pounds of muscle mass, then you need 93 grams of protein is basically what you equate that to. So that's how you figure that out. If you're gassy, stay away from simple carbs. Make sure you're getting your fiber because fiber can really help, but you want to work up your fiber. You don't want to just immediately start taking fiber every day because it's going to really get you. Fiber will get you. I've been on Z 7.5 for 4 months and haven't held any at all. So it could be your calories, it could be your protein, it could be your activity, your BMI, age. If there's a lot of things that play into it, that's why the free consultation comes in. So what I highly recommend, Gloria, is reaching out to us and doing the free consultation, because when you have that stall or you have that freeze or no L, then that's when you need to speak with me, because that's how I can help you. So it's hard for me to give you an answer over here. I have done a lot of videos on my Recrea Health page that can really help you with that, but I would highly recommend that you reach out to us so that we could do that free consultation to really help you. So please reach out. We could definitely help you with that. On MJ 15, not Elling, stopped it for 1 month, restarted. That is also an option. I would do that with your provider. Talk to them. We do that often. We'll have a reset. We will also do some changes in calories a lot of times. So what we'll do is change up the dosing of the calories. We can also change up the protein, change up the type of protein. We might even, change up the type of calories, change up like the veggies, change. So a lot of times with your provider, you can change up some stuff. So that's what I mean when the free consultation. And if you get your BMI in that 25 to 29 range, or 25 to 28, even harder, it gets really difficult and it's hard for your body to you really got to start putting in the effort. And I know everybody hates counting calories, but that's when you really have to start putting in that work. And it is so, oh, it's such a pain. So it gets to the point where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. And you have to, because if you don't, then you just get so aggravated and just so frustrated, and you won't be able to anymore. So you have to start counting the calories. You have to start looking at your protein more specifically. I'm not a macro counter. I don't like doing that. I don't like things complicated either. I like to keep things very simple, because if it's simple, then people are going to do it. People are going to do it better and longer. And that's, so I try to keep things very, very simple. So the anxiety with GLPs, it's not very common, and I don't really have an explanation as to why it happens, but I'm kind of thinking I'm leaning more towards it's the like blood sugar. It might be the change in the body being caused by, like the PCOS and the hormone changes. I'm really kind of leaning towards more of that, and that's what's causing it, because I really don't have any other idea. I haven't seen any research on it, and it's not an extremely common thing. I have a video on my Recrea Health page, and a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, I'd say maybe under 20 people have mentioned it, but it's one of those things that we do, I have heard about, but it's not extremely common. So I don't even know if there's any active research on that yet about anxiety and the GLPs, because it's not horribly common. It's not very common. But then again, it's cardioprotective. But then I think if it starts affecting the heart rate, that causes anxiety. But then if you have a drop in your blood sugar, that can cause anxiety. So I'm wondering, if you ever feel like that, you need to talk to your provider, and maybe they can run some blood work. But then also you're changing up your diet. So if you have a lack of vitamins or nutrients or things like that, then sometimes that can be cause anxiety. So you might want to have your vitamin D levels checked, your B12 levels, your B6 levels. But if it has B12 or B6 in it, then that can cause you to have problems. So, those are things that, can be problems as well. So, you want to make sure that you're talking to your provider and get labs checked if you are having any kinds of anxiety. Type 1 diabetic on a pump gained 5-0, exercise. So type 1s it's not approved to be on these. Definitely talk to your provider, talk to your primary care, maybe talk to an endocrinologist, because I am hearing that they are letting people go on these. And I have had 2 people try them, and they've had fantastic results. So I would definitely talk to your provider. You can reach out for a free consultation with me, and then maybe I could talk to your provider, and, that might be something that I can work with them with. Hannah, I started then plateaued after 30. If you hit that plateau, that is something you can reach out to us on. We do have something available. It's called Lipo Burn. And a funny thing is, I had started to see a decrease. For some reason, I think I had went home over the weekend. We don't work on Friday, so I was off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I didn't have it with me. So then I just forgot to take the Lipo Burn. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just not going to take it. I stalled again. I was like, man. So then I restarted it last week, and now I'm losing again. So the Lipo Burn does work. It's a bunch of vitamins. It's something we have available. And the info here, DM. And what we can do is it has a whole bunch of vitamins in it. It has fat burning vitamins. It has immune support vitamins, as well as energy support. So it is really good. So what I would do is recommend giving us a call or DM, and we could definitely help you with that. So, reach out, and we can, help you with that anytime. So regarding the oral medications, I have not really prescribed any of those. So I don't have any kind of, opinion on them really, other than what patients have told me. They've told me that they don't work very well, more gastric upset than anything. So people just don't really like them, is what I've heard, and they don't have as good a W on them. So that's why I don't like them, or that's why I don't really have an opinion on them, is what I have to say. All right. Somebody said their doctor won't let them take these. Okay. In that case, I say find a new doctor. I mean, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Why? I don't get it. Or call me. I don't understand that. They must not understand what these meds do, you know? I don't understand that. It doesn't get me. Medicare is approving these if you do have sleep apnea. So, you know, and if you don't have sleep apnea and you have Medicare and you snore, or, you know, your spouse or your partner has to shake you to wake you up because you stopped breathing, then you need to go get tested for sleep apnea, because Medicare will pay for it. So, you know, that's one thing, Medicare will pay for these. All right, everybody on Recreal Wellness, I got lost, so I'm trying to figure out where I was. So bear with me for a second here. Besides taking Zofran for nausea, what else can we do for that? So some people like peppermint essential oil, which works really well for the nausea. So you can try that. I'm sorry, somebody's spam calling me. All right, so peppermint essential oil can work for the nausea. It's really good. All right, we are in 47 states. The 3 states that we can't take care of are New York, Kansas, and Wisconsin. Our pricing is $2.99 in most states and $4.50 for T in the other states. We also do hormone and hormone testing. So if you are interested, you can reach out to us. We will do the hormone testing, which is fantastic, and it really works well. So if you are interested in that, it's $199, and that includes labs, consults, and the meds themselves. So if you ever are interested in the hormone testing, just let us know. Can you take GLP and Contrave due to the hunger? Yes, you can. I am not a fan of Contrave, but yes, you can definitely take both of those. All right, I'm still lost. I'm really working, guys. I'm sorry. I do sell GLPs. Yes, I do. Thank you, Nova Luna, for saying my hair looks good. I am born with it, so I have nothing else to do. I did do extensions, which totally destroyed my hair as well. So I'm in the process of actually growing my hair back naturally, because the extensions killed it. So thank you for saying that. Your bones are not getting weaker. Diet. Healthy diet has a lot to do with keeping our bones healthy, everything. So whenever you go on any restriction of anything to help manage your weight, you have to be careful. Okay. So you have to eat healthy. All right. Protein. You need to make sure you're getting your calcium. So you either need to be, drinking your milk or taking a calcium supplement. But if you're taking calcium, you need vitamin D. I love labs. I think getting labs are a really, really good thing. We need to make sure that as we're getting older, I'm 51. I need, I'm going for my bone density. I just had shoulder surgery. They said they had a difficult time getting the anchors in my bone because my bones were soft. So I just scheduled my bone density. So, we need to make sure that we are checking those things, because as we age, these things are changing. So it's not just the GLPs. We're getting older, people. Every day we're getting older. So we can't just blame these on the GLPs. Every time we've done any kind of diet program throughout our lives, we have, denied ourselves of something. I mean, when I did the HCG diet, how many of you, okay, class, raise your hands and put it in the comments. How many of you did the HCG diet? Okay. Or you did phentermine. So just put yes in the comments. You don't have to put which one you did. Just put yes in the comments. How many of you did phentermine, HCG, or something like that? Because you did a calorie deficit and you did some sort of, where when you do HCG, you did a 500 calorie diet. You ate an apple a day. You ate some sort of protein, and you had some kind of, I don't know, it was a very, very limited diet. So everything that everybody says on these, with the GLPs, you were in a deficit. Okay. So you were causing damage to your body. And the HCG was either a 30 or a 45-day course. So you were causing damage to your body. And I'm actually going to write this down because I'm going to do a video on this, because everybody is always trying to bash the GLPs and how bad it is and what damage is it doing to our bodies. But it's all of these different programs that we've had throughout I have had weight issues for 30 years, ever since I got out of the military. And I was 24 when I got out of the military, and I'm 51 now. So I've had issues with weight. It's almost 30 years. So we'll say 26 years. And it's, of course I've done crash diets, and all of these diets have caused issues probably and done damage to my body. So just because I'm doing, all the GLP is out, and, people are saying, oh, it's doing this. Oh, it's doing that. You know what? It's not just the GLPs that's doing it. It is all the things that I've done to my body. But let's think about this. What damage have I done to my body doing that, looking like that? What have I done to my body with all of that extra that I had on it? A lot. So it is important that we weigh the risk versus benefits. And, honestly, it is really important that we think about those things. And as a nurse practitioner, it's my job to protect you. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I am trying to protect you guys and protect myself. Everybody in my family is not everybody, but a majority of the people in my family have either been on this and have been successful and now we're off of this, or they are on it still. And, my mom, she's done phenomenal. She had COPD and CHF and now no longer has it because of the huge L that she's had. So, it is we have to, everything, blood pressure medicines, diabetic medicines, everything. We have to look at that risk versus benefit. And that is my job as a nurse practitioner, is, making sure that I am educating myself, and then my job is to educate you. Okay. End the soapbox. Sorry, guys. All right. So anybody, yes, we do have the medications. So if you would like to purchase, you can use this information, or you can DM and we can help you. No, it is not okay to have a bowel movement every 3 days. I want you having a bowel movement every day. So fiber, I like Metamucil gummies. So 3 a day, every day, but you want to take 1 a day for a couple days, 2 a day for a couple days, and then 3 every day. Then I want you to take a probiotic, and I don't have it in here, but it's the pink one. It's the one that I'm always making videos on. If you go to my Recrea Health page, about She's Juicy. So that one is fantastic. I really do like that probiotic. And then the other thing that I do recommend is, I just found this new, it's 14-in-1 magnesium. It's fantastic. So I highly recommend this new magnesium. It's really good for the bowels. It has magcitrate in it, glycinate. I just did a note on my main page, Recrea Wellness. Actually, I'll post that same thing if I can. It took me forever to do. It took me like 45 minutes to write it. Actually, I don't think I can, and I don't think I can copy and paste it. I'll have Anthony help me with that because it took me forever. But it's a new magnesium. It's a 14-in-1, and it's in my TikTok on my Recrea Health page. So if you go there, it really does help. And I actually, with those two things, the pink leaf air and that magnesium, I haven't needed Miralax every day. But if you're not going every day, you need to take Miralax, because Miralax does help, but if you can't get it moving with Mag Citrate or the Mag 07, like everybody recommends, and then there is a slow move tea, so that is a really good thing as well that you can take. So those bowels need to move every day, because if they're not moving every day, then you're really going to start having some problems. So you want to be moving them every day. So please start moving them every day. Just up dose, have been dealing with diarrhea for a week and a half, taking Imodium. Be careful with Imodium, guys. Imodium can send you the other way very, very quickly. So fiber is extremely important. You want to make sure that you're taking your fiber every day. The other thing is you want to make sure you're taking a probiotic. So that leaf air that I was just talking about is a really good one. Digestive enzymes are really good. Make sure that you're not eating simple carbs, because simple carbs can cause diarrhea as well. But be very, very careful with Imodium. If you still continue to have that, and I know you already said a week and a half, so you should actually already do this, I want you to talk to your provider and maybe go back down in your dose after you tried the 3 things that I just said: no simple carbs, fiber, and probiotic. But talk to your provider, because that's a little bit too long to be having diarrhea. Dehydration is also extremely important with that as well. All right, hair. Hair is extremely important in making sure. First, before I talk about hair, can everybody that is please on both of these share my live, follow both of my pages, Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness. Recrea Health is my main page and Recrea Wellness is my backup page. So please share both my pages, and everybody please share my live, and then please follow both of my pages. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, hair. Protein. You have to get your protein. Extremely important. And that is not only for your hair, but that's also for your muscle. Because if you don't get enough of protein, you're going to lose both of those. The second thing that you need to make sure that you're getting is a collagen. I like this one. This is one of my favorite. You can actually use this info, or you can DM and I can help you get this. This is a really good one. It's fairly inexpensive. It's once a day. Plus it has 10 grams of protein. The third thing that you need to make sure is like a hair vitamin. I really, really like the Nutrafol hair vitamin, which I keep moving stuff because it's not in here now, but I like the Nutrafol hair vitamin. And then there's one on my TikTok called Vitagreen, which is a pretty good one as well. All right, Kimberly wants to know example of simple carbs. Like I said, I love simplicity. Simplicity to me is fantastic. I don't do macros. Never have, never will. You cannot pay me enough to learn macros because it's too complicated, and my life is too complicated as it is, so I love simplicity. Okay. Easiest way ever. Simple carbs. Everybody hit their hearts for a minute so that this is recorded, so that TikTok will make me make a video. All right. Everybody hit your hearts. Okay. Ready? Simple carbs. So, the best way and easiest way to know what a simple carb is, if you look at food, a simple carb is, if it's processed by man to be white, that's a simple carb. So white sugar, flour, pasta, rice. That is considered a simple carb. That is going to give you indigestion, belching, nausea, might even make you throw up, might give you sulfur burps. So when you're sitting there and looking at something, did man touch it? Did man make it white? Yes, then don't eat it, because that is going to probably make you sick. Okay. Plus, that's what put us in this situation right there. Okay. So, complex carb. A complex carb is naturally in the earth. So that is your whole grains, your oats, your vegetables, fruits, but we want to kind of limit the fruits, because if you don't burn your fruits, it's going to turn to sugar. All right. So your vegetables, roots, potatoes, whole grains, oats are considered your complex carbs. Hold on, I just got in trouble. Oh my goodness. See, I'm always in trouble. That's what happens. Always in trouble, me. I don't know how to get rid of my violations on this page. All right, well, we're just going to keep rolling. All right. Doggone it. I don't know if Anthony's still here or not. So that's the explanation of simple carbs versus complex carbs. Does that make sense, everybody? I hope it does. All right. So when you want to stay away from those simple carbs, you want to try to make sure that you're getting your complex carbs. And that is the easiest way. And like I said, I will never do macros. I know the nutritionists out there in the world of TikTok are cringing because I won't do macros. I just won't do it. I refuse. I just will not do that because it's just too much. They're just too complicated, and I don't like complicated. Okay. So my pricing again, S is $2.99 and T is $4.50 in most states. So the first step is for hair loss is protein. Protein. Women are 100 grams a day. Guys are 120. It is absolutely very, very important to make sure that you do that. I'm trying to find out how I get rid of my violation because I got in trouble. But I can't figure it out on the big computer. I only know how to do it on my phone. So sorry, I can't figure that out. All right. I have a new streaming system that, and I'm not very techie on. So what Recrea Health is on a streaming system because I'm a big girl now. All right. Oh, thank you. Somebody says my hair doesn't look thin. It is actually very thin. And plus I'm gray and I need to go get some color, but I just don't have time. All right. But thank you for that, guys. All right. You guys are awesome. See, you're so nice. Everybody's just so nice. All right. Yes. When you go up in dose, you increase your risk of side effects. So I tell people don't go up in dose unless you are having increased hunger and craving. You don't have to go up in dose just for any reason, otherwise you don't have to go up. Only if you have increased hunger and craving. That's the only reason why. All right. No, Kimberly, you didn't cause any trouble. Not at all. It was what anytime I do anything that has to do in regards to these things right here, that's when I get into trouble. So no, you didn't cause any trouble at all. That's why I have to use code words a lot of times, but they have very smart, guys in the sky that figure all that stuff out. So somebody said I wanted my, not overweight father on it for his diabetes, for neuropathy. That is a really good one. And they actually have shown so much benefit with the nerves and everything like that. And that they wouldn't put your dad on it, Nova Luna. Hey, I got a violation on this. I don't know how to get it off of that. How to appeal it on this over here. So I had a violation over here, but I don't know how to, unless it just went away. I know how to do it on here because it's usually right there on that thing, but I don't know how to do it on there.
What did it say?
It did it because it said that I was making people go away from TikTok. But I just pointed at that.
It's not showing up here now?
It's the two different pages.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know how to make it appeal.
I do it through there. I think you have to do it in the app.
Can you go in the app and try and make it's the Recrea Health one? All right, sorry guys about that. We're just trying to appeal the violation that I had because if you don't appeal it, then you can stay in trouble. We don't need me in trouble. All right, sorry guys. I apologize. I told you I'm not techie. Uh-oh, now I moved my thing. Oh no. This is why I have wonderful friends in the sky called Jay and Anthony and Veronica. All right. Besides taking Zofran for some nausea, I already talked about that. New here, what should you stop for hair loss? So hair loss, again, is protein, collagen, and making sure that you're getting a good hair vitamin. And I love Nutrafol collagen, as well as I really like the Nutrafol hair vitamins as well. And what's cool about Nutrafol hair vitamins, uh-oh, I got another one on the other page. Oh, no. Because I was explaining it to you.
Well, that wasn't very smart.
Well, all right. Guys, I'm getting in trouble today. All right. I must stop talking. Just kidding. I peeled the other one. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You know, you gotta love it, right, guys? Okay. So hair loss is not that big of a deal if you make sure you're getting your protein, make sure you're getting your collagen and your hair vitamin. But what I was saying about the hair vitamin is Nutrafol actually has 2 types of hair vitamins for women. One is for the younger gals, and then 2 is for the older gals. And the one for the postmenopausal actually has a lot of stress vitamins in it as well. So it helps you, it has like a DHEA blocker in it. It has ashwagandha, curcumin in it, which actually is an anti-inflammatory. So it has a lot of really good other things in it as well. So it's good for the stress hormones and all of that also. So that's why I really like Nutrafol. It's a little bit pricey, but if you take it with your biggest meal of the day or split it up throughout the day, it's actually a really, really good. And it doesn't upset your stomach if you take it with food. Just my 2 cents. All right. Fatigue. If yours doesn't have, if your compound, if it's name brand, it does not have B12 or B6 in it, you need a good vitamin with B6 and B12. So I really, really, really like LipoBurn. So what I would highly recommend is taking a LipoBurn, because that is a really good vitamin and it has all of the B vitamins in it. So what I would highly recommend is trying that. Okay, since I got in trouble, all of you that are still here, can you please share my live? Because what happened was I just lost 50% of everybody that was on the TikTok or on my live. So if you could please share my live and please follow my page, because they just TikTok stopped pushing it. So if everybody could please do that, that would be greatly appreciated, because I have about 40 more minutes left. So if you could please share my live, that would be fantastic on both pages. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you could please follow both of my pages, which are Recrea Health and Recrea Wellness, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much, everybody, for sticking with me. Okay, so fatigue. If you have pink, that means it has B12 in it, so you don't want too much pink. So don't get another B12 vitamin. You want to make sure that you are not getting too much B12. So then the other thing is you can make sure you get B6 if you're still having fatigue. So a lot of times it is to do with you not getting enough vitamins and nutrients. So that's really, really important. Okay, I was told I have gallstones. Can I still get on? Yes, you can. Just make sure that you are staying hydrated. You're not changing your diet abruptly, and make sure that you're still getting your calories and you're staying away from fried fatty foods, and just make sure that you are doing the things that you need to be doing. Okay. And make sure that you're eating a proper healthy diet, and make sure that you are being followed by a provider that you can get into touch with. If you have any upper right quadrant pain, up in here, make sure that you immediately go seek help. All right. So that's really, really, really important. Oh, yeah. I just tried to appeal that and TikTok didn't like it. So they did not let me. So I'm just to let you guys know. All right. We got to be more careful. All right. So if your insurance doesn't cover it, that does not surprise me. Insurance doesn't like covering anything. So we actually do out of pocket. So we offer free consultations. So you can DM and we can definitely help you with that. So please reach out anytime and we can definitely help you. And that is, you can also, DM us anytime and we'll do that free consultation. And I would love to talk with you, but the insurance does not cover. A lot of insurances don't cover. So our price for S is $299. Our price for T is $450. So, please definitely reach out anytime. All right. So a lot of times people will stall. If you have a big L and then all of a sudden you stall, that's normal, completely normal. If you are a woman during your time of the month, you're going to stall. That's completely normal. You may even have a gain. That's completely normal. Because if you have a big L, your body has to catch up. It has to kind of like settle and then catch up. That's completely normal. So what I would highly recommend is just breathe, just relax, stay your course, and it will be fine. And then if it still doesn't, sorry, if it still doesn't get going, then do the free consultation. Reach out and we can do the free consultation. So we have something called lipo burn. So DM, we could definitely help you. And that is something that we would love to talk with you about. So just DM us and we can take care of that as well. And we definitely are here for you. If your doctor won't let you start it, reach out. There are ways that we can definitely help you with that. When I went to, what kind of exercises should I do to keep my curves? Curves are important. Yeah, you really want to keep them curves. It depends on which curves you want to keep. So, squats help you keep your curves. I would say go to a personal trainer and probably talk to them because I am not sure. I don't know. Yeah, because there are, you got to keep those curves. I definitely get that one. Yeah, definitely. Right. I am not away. Okay. So it depends on what your BMI is, Ignacio, because if your BMI is below 22, no, you cannot go on these. But if you, we could definitely talk and figure it out. So, reach out for a free consultation. All right. Yep. So Dane, you could reach out and we are definitely a lot less expensive than what you said on here. All right, guys, I'm trying to get caught up here. I'm very, very behind. Yeah, I do meal replacement shakes, 1 to 2 a day, typically, and then I usually have one meal, and that's usually my meal with the family. So I definitely agree with you on meal replacement shakes. I have to, because otherwise I don't, usually I'm so busy in the clinic, I don't have time to stop and eat. So a lot of times I do meal replacement shakes and I'm totally fine with those. So I was on Zepbound and then they switched me to Wegovy. So when you're on one and you go to the other, especially with the insurance doing that to you, a lot of times what you need to do is reach out for that free consultation. But it often is because of calories, protein. It could be there's something else going on in there. So what I would highly recommend is making sure that you are looking at those things, because it really, yes, they are different. And yes, that can happen. But what I have found is we learn to eat around them. So what I would highly recommend is reaching out, because I hopefully can help you figure out how not to do that. So if you're still titrating up in dose, that might be something that I can help you with. So come at me, bro. Love the name, by the way. I would love to help you with that. So please reach out and let me see if I can help you. Definitely. Momo, bless you too. Oh, you were saying bless you for me sneezing. I thought you were just saying, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little slow sometimes, so I'm just kidding. All right. So Tanya, if you're on, Wegovy shouldn't be affecting your creatinine levels. It should actually be helping it. How can I get GLP if my doctor won't prescribe it? Me, I will. So just reach out to us and we can help you, Tony. So ours is $299 for S and $450 for T, and we cover 47 states. So just reach out to us. That's, but yeah, Tony, we'll take care of you. So definitely reach out to us and we will definitely take care of you. What about using it for normal BMI, but sugar? Reach out to us. If your BMI is above 22, we can help you. But all right, I answered that one. I answered that, Ignacio. GLPs, right? So, yeah, the anxiety and the depression, I have had a few. I did do a video on my Recreal Health page about the anxiety and depression. So what I would highly recommend is, if you tried the one and it made it worse, then maybe try the other one. Or also maybe talking with your provider and seeing if they could possibly increase or change your medications, your depression, anxiety meds, to see if maybe they can make it better with those. And then try these meds, because obesity could also make those worse. So it's something that you would have to work closely with your provider, and maybe they can help you. All right. Yeah, and then because here's somebody else saying that it's made their anxiety so much better. So it's different. Everybody is so different. What is the main difference between Zepbound and Wegovy? One molecule. Seriously, one molecule, and $150 in my case. So that's the major difference. All right. Okay, I have answered this question. You just keep wanting to ask it. Can you talk about extreme stomach pain with both? I've switched. So if you have extreme stomach pain, then you need to ask your provider about Bentyl. Bentyl. What that does is you are probably having stomach cramps, and they can prescribe Bentyl, which will help control that. Definitely will help control that. I have about 15 minutes left, so if you could please share my live, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much. And if you could please follow both of my pages, which is Recreal Health and Recreal Wellness. I also I try to go live every day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tomorrow. My clinic's pretty full with patients tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to jump on for a little bit tomorrow. But if you have any questions, you feel free to reach out to us. You can always DM us. You can always, screenshot, and then anytime just reach out. DM, follow both my pages, Recreal Health and Recreal Wellness, anytime at all. And, we are definitely here for you. And any questions at all, just ask. Bless you. We are here for you. So, stomach pain, definitely Bentyl is a really good one. All right. Any correlation evidence show people on insulin having more? So, no, I have not seen any research on GLPs and anxiety yet. They have not shown any research yet on taking optic health supplements for GLP. You know what the interesting thing is? The preserve vitamins, eye vitamins that are out there basically have all the same vitamins in them as a regular general health vitamin. They have all the same vitamins in there. All right. Boy, some of you just like to ask that same question over and over and over again, making it look like there's a whole bunch of questions, which is really good for TikTok because it makes my TikTok look like there's a bunch of questions, which is fantastic. Okay, constipation. Right, so constipation, which is always a big question. Everybody always has questions about poop. All right, fiber. I personally like Metamucil gummies. They taste good. They're sugar-free. You can take up 3 is what you should take a day. You want 24 to 30 grams a day of fiber. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 1 a day for a couple of days, 2 a day for a couple of days, 3 a day a couple of days. Then you're going to take 3 a day every day. Probiotic. My new favorite probiotic is Leafair, which is a pink bottle. It's on my main page. My main page, which is Recreal Health. And it's a pink bottle, and it actually has vaginal health in it as well, which is fantastic. Then my second thing that you need to take is there's a new magnesium that's on my page. It's a 14-in-1. It's also on my Recreal Health page. And both of them together are fantastic. If you don't want to take those, just get a probiotic, get a magnesium citrate, or Mag 07. Miralax is also my other thing. So if you don't have a good bowel movement every day, take Miralax every day. That is really, really important. There's a new video that just went viral, Dulcolax versus Miralax. So Dulcolax is bowel addicting, Miralax is not. So if you take Miralax every day, you're fine. It's going to help you. But you also need to make sure that you're staying very, very well hydrated, because constipation is bad and it's not good. It's what's going to put you in the hospital. So you do need to be moving your bowels every day. Okay, so it's very, very important. But you need to make sure you're drinking a ton of water. Water and fiber are very, very important, and a probiotic. So if you stall, you need to make sure that you're doing a free consultation, because we really do help you. We really do help you figure out. LipoBurn is fantastic. You can DM me, or then I can help you figure out, because I have to look at your calories. I have to look at your BMI, your protein. I have to look at multiple different factors. But LipoBurn has fat burner in it, a bunch of vitamins, immunity, and it has some other great things in it. It also has some hair support vitamins in it as well. And if you have low energy and you're not sure, that's something else that you can do the free consultation with, because we can help you figure out what's going on there as well. All right, so jump down to the bottom. So let me figure it out. I have about 10 minutes left here. Have you heard anyone getting high triglycerides? That is when you are worried about pancreatitis, or pancreatitis. So if your triglycerides are going high, then you need to speak with your provider, because triglycerides tend to lead to the pancreas. So you need to make sure that if your triglycerides are creeping up, and I'm talking like way up, but if they're creeping up at all, you need to talk to your provider, your primary care, because something's going on. And they need to check your amylase and lipase just to make sure that your pancreas is okay. Because that is severe pain in the left upper quadrant. And if you have any pain in that area at all, do not stop at all. Go straight to the urgent care, to your primary care, wherever, and get checked immediately, because that is something that's very scary. And if your doctor says, hey, you got high triglycerides, and they don't know that you're on this, then you need to let them know that you're on this immediately, because they need to check into what's going on with you immediately. All right, answered that one. Okay, guys, I'm trying to run through these very quickly because there are a lot of questions that I did not get to. All right, we talked about the stall. If I did not get to your question, please DM me and I will be more than happy. I'll get to them at some point today. All right. So if you are taking 2 milligram compound Sema, can you start? So I usually, when there is when you're switching from one brand to another, or one company to another, or something like that, I will almost always, I'll decrease a little bit and then go back up, at least for 2 weeks, because one brand is different than the other. Dosing is different than the other. So usually compound might be stronger than name brand. So I almost always go down a couple doses just to make sure. You don't want to be sick. Why risk making yourself sick? That is why I always go down a little bit, because I don't want to make people sick. Will GLP help if you have Hashimoto's? 100%. It's not going to hurt it. It definitely might make it feel better. It might make you feel better. I switched from S to T and more food noise. Okay, so when you switch from S to T takes a while to get to the correct dose that's going to make you have less food noise. So you need to give T a little bit more time to become effective. In the meantime, make sure that you're getting your protein and make sure that you're doing the right calories, because it will work. You just have to give it time. Why do people gain the W back when they stop? Because they don't wean off. They're not following the lifestyle they learned. They go back to their old ways, or when they're on it, they never change their lifestyle. They continue the way that they want, thinking that everything's just fantastic and that they lost it because they were on the med and they never changed anything, but you have to continue the way that you do it. Same the reason that people that have gastric bypass gain the weight back after they have the gastric bypass. They lose all of it and then they just go back to eating the way that they did before. You can't go back to your old ways. You have to remember what you learned, if you learned, and you have to stay away from the simple carbs. You have to eat the protein. You have to drink the water. You have to do the decreased calories. And then I highly, highly, highly recommend that you wean off. I'm going to actually do a video on this. Good question. Great question. Okay. So that is a really, really good question. Do you think T has less nausea side effects than O? No, I actually got more nauseous on T than I did on S. So they both have the exact same side effects. They both work the exact same way. T is supposed to be a little bit more effective. I don't really see it. I really don't. I've been on both twice now on both, and I really don't see the difference. I really honestly don't. So, that's just my opinion. And I've had patients switch back and forth and I don't see, I actually have had more nausea on T than I did on, S. So I think everybody's just so different. And that's why there's different meds of everything, to be honest with you. So if your insurance kicks you off after you've been on it and you don't know how to get it here, reach out to us. We can definitely take care of you. Our S is $299. Our T is $450. We cover 47 states. So we're definitely here for you. So just reach out to us anytime and we will definitely take care of you. All right. So if you switch, you have more food noise, make sure that you are taking your protein, you're getting your protein, you're getting your calories, you're drinking your water, because we will definitely take care of you. So, you definitely need to have the coaching. You have to have the teaching. And somebody put on here, one of the comments, that they went somewhere and the pricing include personal training and custom nutrition. We do a lot of teaching, educating, coaching. I do symptom control. We are available at your fingertips all the time. And my pricing is a lot less than what this person had mentioned. But I'm not a personal trainer. I am a nurse practitioner. I'm a licensed nurse practitioner. And I don't give you a diet plan because everybody eats different. Everybody has a different ethnic background. Everybody has things that they like and don't like. I just put in categories what you can eat and what you shouldn't eat. And then I help you figure out what it is that you should or shouldn't eat. And then you figure out what you want to eat. So I don't tell you, okay, you can have, you eat this many eggs in the morning because maybe you don't like eggs. So I don't tell you exactly a meal plan. I tell you just what is the categories, and then you fit in that category. Now, if you tell me, hey, I'm a vegetarian. So what I did is a video on how do we find protein as a vegetarian. So I go to the public and say, okay, public, how is this person going to get their protein? That is more of what I do. So, I will help you, but user a bunch of numbers. You said 600 for that, for any dose. Mine's 450 for T for any dose and $299. And I give you a whole bunch of coaching, symptom control. You have a nurse practitioner at your fingertips, and I can help you with all sorts of things. And then, I might not be a personal trainer, but I can give you a whole lot of experience that I think that personal trainer probably isn't giving you. 10 cents. There you go. Actually, probably more than 10 cents. What pharmacy do meds come from? I use a couple pharmacies, but the main pharmacy that I use is out in New Jersey. And I'm not affiliated with any pharmacy. Nobody's paying me to talk. Nobody's paying me to say anything. So I am just here as Angela, the nurse practitioner. I own my own clinic, and I'm just here to educate and teach and keep you guys safe. That's what I'm here for. Can I take Zep in tummy every week? Yes, I have been for 4 years, and I haven't died yet. So yes, you can. I have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. I'm sick of being sick. Yes, you can take a GLP if you have Hashimoto hypothyroidism. I have a ton of people and they are doing great. Not any problems at all. And actually it helps them. All right. So installing after 20. So lipo burn helps with that. If you're interested, please DM and I can definitely help you with that. Okay, guys, I have like 1 or 2 more minutes. So any questions that you have, please DM. And then I can definitely help you. Veronica can help you. My team can help you. We're definitely here for you. So please reach out. I use an app. It makes it simple. I like LifeSum. It's fantastic. Thank you, Mom Cameron. That's fantastic. So if you are interested, there's a lot of good resources out there. We are a fantastic resource. I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been prescribing it for 4 years, personally on it for 4 years. So everybody on my team has been doing it for a couple years, probably 4 years. Veronica's been with me for 9 years. So anything and everything that you want to know, we're here for you. Free consultation. You don't have to pay anything until you decide that you want to purchase. If it stops working at 15, there's still more room to go. So that's what I say with that. But you need to add in protein. You need to add in water, more water. You need to add in probably more calories or decrease calories. And that's what the free consultation's for. Yes, there is a way to maintain after you're off. It's called weaning off. It's called maintaining the lifestyle, and it's called, doing what you learned while you were on it. Does your site make a difference? I just posted a video on this morning on my Recrea Health page. It does not, unless you're having side effects, then you want to do it in your arm or your thigh, but the belly is the most effective spot. If you feel good at the dose that you're on, stay on that dose. Don't go up. If you're feeling good, the only thing that you're going to do when you increase the dose is increase your risk of side effects. If you have constant heartburn, it's probably because of what you're eating. Stay away from simple carbs. Anything processed to be white sugar, flour, pasta, rice. Don't eat it. That will cause indigestion. Indigestion is from what you are eating. Can TNS affect mental health? Some people say it does. I've had a few patients say that it does. So what I do is I recommend that you talk to your primary care provider or your mental health specialist and work with them because they can adjust your medications and they can help you. Yes, prenatal vitamins can help with the hair because they do have iron in them, but you need to make sure that you are taking your protein, your collagen, and make sure that you are taking a hair vitamin as well. I would not rely just specifically on your prenatal vitamins, but yes, they can. So Nutrafol, you can DM or you can hear, but I would DM and I can help you with that. Nutrafol is amazing, by the way. It is a slow, steady, consistent loss. So 1 to 3 a week for women, 3 to 5 for guys. All right, on the final note, after saying that, protein, minimum 100 grams a day for women, 120 grams a day for guys. Calories, women, 13 to 1400 calories, guys, 16 to 1800 calories. Then never less than 1200 calories for anybody. If you want a free consultation, you can DM or here. If you have any other questions, please reach out to us. We would be more than happy to help you. And if you are interested, screenshot, and we are here for you. Free consultation. S is $2.99 in most states. T is $4.50 in most states. We would love to have you in our family. I appreciate everything that you guys did and for me today. I'm sorry I got in trouble, but it is what it is. So you guys are fantastic. I really, really love you. And Thank you so much. Yes, we do prescriptions. I am a nurse practitioner. We cover 47 states. The only 3 states that we don't cover are Wisconsin, New York, and Kansas. So if you are interested, please do a free consultation. Reach out to us. My team would love to speak with you. And then you will do your telehealth visit with me. And then you don't have to pay a dime until you get to the point where you say, I'm ready. Let's send prescriptions. All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. I really do appreciate you. You're fantastic. I will probably, I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow, but I'll definitely see you on Wednesday. Bye.